with you? What'd you say just a minute ago? Why'd you want to save me?
That's what I was sent down for. I'm your guardian angel.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Ridiculous of you to think of killing yourself for money. $8,000.
Yeah, now just things like that. Now, how do you know that?
I told you I'm your guardian angel. I know everything about you.
Well, you look about like the kind of an angel I'd get.
Oh, that George, he's so funny. It's a Wonderful Life. It's one of my go-to holiday watching movies. I like that movie. Yeah, welcome to Nick the Rat Radio. It is December 11th, 2024. Ayo, what's up, Guy? Guy Lacho? Guy Lacho. Hello, my name is Guy Lacho. I like that name. Yeah, the holidays are coming. It's that movie is also a little depressing too, isn't it? It's like it's about a guy that wants to kill himself. He's got like a wife and he's got kids and stuff. And he's gonna jump into a river. Like that's like the stupidest way to kill yourself too. Like if you're gonna kill yourself, I don't think you really want it to be like drowning in a cold river. Yeah, he saves Clarence. Yeah, that was his guardian angel. He jumps in first. Tonight I'm drinking I got some eggnog here, some bourbon. Getting fat and sassy. Go out like Harambe, attack a child at a zoo. It's quite the way to go out there, friend. It could be a depressing time of the year because there's like no more sun. It's cold. It's always dark. And then like there's like money and stuff, and you have to buy presents, and then you start like looking at your stocks, and you're like, where's all my money going? I gotta give it to all these people, giving it out, and then you're like, how do I make more money? And then you start looking on YouTube, and then these homeless people with millions of followers, they're trying to tell you that you're being lazy, and then you get really depressed, and then the algorithm knows that you're looking for like how to make money fast videos, and then you start getting all these people that probably are just like, hey, this is how you get rich. It's just depressing. You get locked into this. It's like a death spiral. It's like and then after a while you forget about it. Hey, get happy. Money is very, very important. I might have an OnlyFans soon. It's I got bills to pay. Money is definitely important, but the whole system is fucking rigged. Like you can't really own anything. Even if you like buy a house, houses are way too expensive, especially in New York. It's like, oh, you want something that might be considered to look like sort of like a house? That'll be $1 million. Like what? Huh? What? You want something that shaped like a house? That's $1 million. Do you want a box? You want a little box? That's $500,000. If you want a little box, money it's needed. You need money to kind of. I'm not saying capitalism is bad. I think it's a little out of control. I definitely think. Money's out of control. And there's just it's like old ways floating around. I won't die. I don't know. It's depressing when you think about it. Especially when you live in like a big old shitty. If you live in a shitty, you know what I'm talking about. If you live out in the middle of nowhere, you still might know what I'm talking about, because I don't know if they got like the same jobs out in the middle of nowhere. Like you might not be able to make like mid-range money, 50K, 60K, 70K, up to 100. You're not making like, are you making 6 digits working in, I don't know. let's stop talking about money. The cost of living is cheaper. The houses are cheaper, but you get paid less. So it's kind of like you get, I don't know, everybody's getting fucked everywhere. It's all, I'm just waiting for a billionaire to flush down like $1 million into the toilet bowl. And then I'll snatch it up and grab it. Oh yeah. Which might happen one day. The unraveling is occurring. The season of reveal has been revealing itself. And it's the holidays. So you don't know what kind of magical miracles could manifest maturely. Just trying to think of another M. Yeah. And then another really dumb thing is when you start thinking about money, you think about other people that have it worse than you, and then you're like, well, fuck. Damn. How's anybody in New York City? You're either uber rich or uber poor. Everybody else is. It's just a big old. Let's start the show with some music. How about we go to some music, and then we'll come back and we'll. We got a lot to talk about. There's been a lot going on in the news. It's not a very news heavy show, but there's I'm going to be talking about some interesting stuff. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna even give you a teaser. My teaser is there is no teaser to what happens in this show. I don't know. This show is highly scripted, extremely planned, but I still don't know what's gonna happen because they don't ever give me this script or the plans. They just kind of. Let's listen to Luke Joe with Retrowave Part 1. We'll be back. All this music be found on SoundCloud under my likes. It's all CC by 3.0 music. Go thank the artist. Go say, hey, how you doing? Give him a pat on the buttocks. Hey, what's going on, Ducky? And let's listen to some of this Retrowave Part 1. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
So, today, we're diving into what has to be one of the most spectacularly bizarre conspiracy theories we've come across. Diane, have you ever heard of, I don't know, John Johnson?
Oh, you mean the bloke who thinks lizard people are running the world while smoking crack behind the White House? Yeah, I've heard of him. And honestly, what a legend. Of nonsense.
Yeah, well, apparently, this Johnson fellow believes the world's powers are controlled by, quote-unquote, literal crackheads.
Literal? Like crack pipe in hand literal, or just metaphorical disaster literal? Because either way, that's bonkers.
Right? He does mean metaphorical, but let's not get too hung up on the specifics here. The point is, he claims the actions of world leaders are so completely irrational, it's as if they're under the influence of some mind-altering substance.
Uh-huh. And this all leads to his next leap of logic. Wait for it. Lizard people. Come on, Matt. What's with conspiracy nuts and reptiles? Are snakes just inherently suspicious, or what?
Well, Diane, our friend John Johnson posits that these crackhead decision-makers might not even be human and are actually being manipulated or replaced, I'm not sure, by humanoid lizard beings.
Let me guess. They're wearing terribly obvious skin suits, right? Like those cheap morph suits you'd see at a novelty shop.
More or less. Apparently the internet is, quote, awash with evidence.
Wow.
He's based this theory on videos, photos, and oddities he's found floating around those ever-reliable conspiracy forums.
Yeah, those forums. Super credible.
Exactly.
Good Lord, Matt. This is why the average Joe thinks the internet is just a digital bin fire. People like John are out here connecting dots with crayons and glitter glue.
You're not wrong. But interestingly, or maybe depressingly, there's a significant audience taking these ideas seriously. I mean, of course, psychologists are out there saying these beliefs are fueled by cognitive bias. It's that basic need for patterns where patterns don't exist.
Oh yeah, it's like, that cloud looks like a dog, so clearly there's a secret society of cloud-shaping puppies controlling our weather. I mean, Matt, come on. It's ridiculous.
It is. But in Johnson's mind, he's exposing the hidden strings of society. It's his mission to wake people up.
Though
I suspect most would rather hit snooze.
They should. Look, I'm all for questioning stuff, but there's a line, and he's like way past it, dodging sanity and diving into ridiculousville.
Well, ridiculous or not, his theories have sparked heated debates online. They highlight some interesting questions around misinformation, media literacy, and the power of belief structures. Even if those beliefs are, let's face it, utterly absurd.
Matt, I swear, only you could draw deep social commentary from a bloke claiming our government's crawling with lizards. But, sure, yeah, let's give our listeners some, critical thinking practice at least.
Precisely, Diane. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the origins of these outlandish ideas, shall we? So, Diane, let's delve into what makes people like John Johnson tick. Not literally, mind you. I'm not brave enough for that. But psychologically speaking...
Oh, here we go. Time for some bat brain analysis. Lay it on me, Matt. What's happening upstairs in Johnson land?
Well, psychologists suggest that conspiracy thinking often stems from something called cognitive bias. Essentially, the human brain's obsession with finding patterns. We want to connect the dots even when the bigger picture simply isn't there.
Right. So, it's like seeing faces in your toast or shapes in clouds. Only instead of, wow, that's funny, they're going, proof the Illuminati control breakfast.
Exactly. It's a tendency called apophenia, the ability, or maybe the curse, to see connections where none exist. Mix that with a mistrust of authority or institutions, and you've got the perfect cocktail for wild conspiracy theories.
Hold on, so apophenia is like the matrix of the mind? Spotting glitches and forcing reality to fit them.
In a way. It's part of the reason why conspiracy theories are so alluring. They offer simple explanations for complex, often overwhelming facts of life. It feels empowering, like having secret knowledge no one else does.
Yeah, but Matt, secret knowledge is useless if it's made of rubbish? I mean, come on, half these theories are like assembling IKEA furniture, but throwing out the instructions.
True, but misinformation also preys on our emotional instincts. Fear, suspicion, even loneliness. These feelings can lead people to these alternative truths for a sense of control over the chaos.
Right, so basically, folks are scared, the world's nuts, and shouting lizards makes them feel better. Gotcha.
That's oversimplifying, but not far off. It's not inherently foolish to question the official narrative. Critical thinking is vital in any healthy society, but conspiracy thinking often skips the critical part entirely.
Right. Instead of, let me look into that. It's, the Queen blinked sideways, it must be aliens. What happened to skepticism with some actual effort?
Exactly, Diane.
Mm-hmm.
It's this fine-tooth balance between questioning and blind belief that our society struggles with. Unfortunately, sensationalism frequently drowns out rational analysis.
Oh, for sure. And you know what else? It's easier to live in a made-up story than deal with messy reality. No one wants to untangle the spaghetti of facts when they can just post lizard memes.
Which is why addressing conspiracy thinking is less about ridicule and more about building good media literacy. Teaching people how to evaluate evidence critically, question sources, and recognize their own biases might not fix everything, but it's a start.
Are you telling me people don't naturally fact-check a meme chain from their Aunt Carol? Scandalous.
Ha! Well, let's just say it's never been more important to slow down and think critically before sharing or believing.
True.
The stakes, after all, are higher than just a poorly framed photo of a lizard person.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, next time Aunt Carol forwards me secret lizard overlords revealed, I'll hit back with, show your work. Start teaching change at home, yeah?
Not a bad place to begin, Diane. Small steps, but they matter. Now, let's consider how this all ties into the broader appeal of conspiracy communities. Why do they thrive? Let's dive in.
All right, Matt, let's humour Mr. Johnson for a second here. Let's imagine, just for fun, what if he's right? What if these lizard people really are running the world? What does that even, look like?
Well, Diane, if we were to seriously entertain it, which, let me remind our listeners, is purely hypothetical and completely absurd, we would have to assume an entirely orchestrated system. Lizard people perfectly blending in with human society while secretly pulling the strings.
Wait, so they're like holding cabinet meetings in basements, shedding their tails whenever things get stressful? I mean, honestly, would it be any worse than the clowns we've got now?
You jest, Diane, but in this farcical scenario, they'd likely have agendas we can't even comprehend. Who knows? Perhaps they've crafted policies designed to subtly advance reptilian ideals.
Like what?
Universal heat lamps or mandatory sunbathing laws?
Oh my god, free bugs for everyone. Guaranteed cricket income.
Wow.
I tell you what, the gecko lobby would be unstoppable.
And let's not forget the mythological appeal here. Lizard people controlling humanity is the sort of cinematic nightmare that taps into our most primal fears, the idea of otherness invading our safe, structured world.
Yeah, it's textbook sci-fi villainy. But, Matt, if we're imagining all this, wouldn't it mean they've done a pretty decent job?
Right?
Like, credit where it's due. They must be effective overlords if no one's spotted their scales yet.
A fair point, Diane. Delusion aside, if their power has gone undetected for this long, you could argue they've maintained relative stability. Any perceived chaos might just be part of their grand design.
Right. Maybe all the political drama, the scandals, that maybe it's just, what do they call it? Controlled opposition. Keep us distracted so no one questions the cold-blooded overlords in the shadows.
Precisely. Or perhaps Johnson's metaphorical crackheads are loyal pawns in the lizard people's grand chess game. Just there to, reinforce the illusion of human folly while preserving their domination.
So the lizards are playing 5-dimensional chess and we're all here eating checkers pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Well, if there's one takeaway from this elaborate satire, it's this. Conspiracy theories, no matter how wild, thrive on our need for answers. But when we simplify reality into these far-fetched narratives, we risk ignoring real, solvable issues in the process.
Yeah, like instead of asking, are there iguanas in Congress? Maybe we should be asking, why hasn't Parliament fixed the sinkhole by my flat? You know, practical stuff.
Quite right, Diane. And as satirical as this has been, the undercurrent here highlights the importance of skepticism and critical thinking, tools to address real challenges, not chase imaginary reptiles through conspiracy forums.
Agreed. So, to John Johnson, thanks for the laughs. And to everyone listening, please keep your wits about you. You're smarter than a lizards in charge Reddit thread. Really, you are.
Let's hope so, Diane. With that said, let's close our episode by urging everyone to embrace curiosity, but temper it with reason. Until next time, stay skeptical, within reason, and perhaps, just perhaps, avoid any forums with suspicious reptilian usernames.
Absolutely. Stay sharp, have a laugh, and catch you next time where we'll be uncovering, well, whatever nonsense swims our way next. Bye for now.
Goodbye for now, and as always, keep your feet dry in these damp sewers of truth.
We don't cheese, cross on. You bring peace to my soul. Lose control in our head. I've seen it all. People moving.
Well, that was a strange little AI thingamajig right there. That was, well, the song wasn't AI. The song was Juanito State, once again. I think it's Juanto State? Juanito. No, it might be Juanito State, once again. All the music you find on SoundCloud, as I said. But that last AI reading thing, that was from Jellypod. I just got an invite to it, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. You could do a more with it than you could do with Notebook LM, but I'm starting to see that there's one problem with all these AI podcasters. These AI podcasters. You're giving everybody the power to use a voice and a quote-unquote personality. But the voice, like, you know, if there's 100 people that have 100 different podcasts with the same voice, it's a very strange. I can't see that taken off. Everybody wants their podcaster to be an original, a unique New Yorkian, a unique voice. The voices don't. I thought that the British girl. I thought the voice of the British girl kind of had. She had a little bit of the personality, and the Australian guy, he kind of lost his. Hey mate, I'm gonna talk Australian for like a second, and then he just started to talk like, I don't even care. It sounded like he wanted to kill himself. I didn't really like the male's voice. The female's voice I thought was pretty good, but if there was like 5 people using it. It would be extreme shit. Yeah, it is soulless. I'm not saying it's not, but sometimes you don't need a soul all the time for all of your stuff. I think it's just kind of funny to see what you do with them. I mean, how far you get them to go. Like if I could get those two to like talk dirty to each other, I think that'd be kind of interesting. Like filthy AI. It's like, oh there, Matt. Spank my bottom. Then I'd find some use of into that. You can give me a call and tell me what you think AI is good for at 917-719-5923.
Testing mic, test, mic, sir, mic, rot. This is a powerful voice message from the one and only Mr. Meister Man, the man himself, straight from the mouth, sir. And madam.
We're just going to have to pause that voicemail because we have somebody on the line. Hello, caller.
Hey, how's it going, Nick? I haven't talked to you in a while. It's Wolf of the Wingnut, huh? I talked to you about this. I'm currently underneath the tunnel.
You're under a tunnel right now, caller?
Yes, I am, huh?
It's
Wolf of the Wingnut.
You're under the Williamsburg Bridge?
No, it's Wolf of the Wingnut. No, I'm in Arizona, and you remember me?
Wolfie the Wingnut.
Yeah, with Matt Kizzard, Kitty Wizard.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I met you at the Diddy party, right?
Yeah, and we're down.
Oh, can you turn your radio like away from you or something? Because it's definitely. I think you're getting a little. I know it's exciting to hear yourself live in front of millions of people, but you gotta turn it down. It's.
Yeah, no, my road dog has it turned down.
Okay.
I do apologize. We've been exploring. We found an underground city in Sedona, Arizona.
Sedona, Arizona. It's
Yeah, we found
it's
it
kind
in
of fun. I
Ground
never
City.
said Sedona, Arizona together before. Because like you just say Sedona, which is in Arizona, but when you say Sedona, Arizona, it's got something to it. It's got a little pizzazz. Was there?
It does have. I mean, the last time I called you in, I was messing around and pretending that me and my friend were being chased by people and were running dumpsters and stuff. Huh?
Is there a Starbucks in this underground city? I heard about heard them they do that a lot.
Yeah, it is across the street. Huh?
Huh.
Just across the street. Huh?
Caller, it's you still got a lot of feedback.
Oh no, I'm trying not to. Like, we are in an underground tunnel, so.
Oh, so that's like an echo.
There's like some echo. Like, we are in an underground tunnel. We're about like 20 feet underground. And
I was
echo.
about to ask, how deep are you right now?
About like 20 or so feet, and about like maybe like 200 feet back. Yeah.
Now, was this underground area that you found? Was there any guards around there? Is anybody protecting this, or does anybody know about this?
Just some rats. Yeah, just some rats. Yeah.
There's some rats around there.
Yep. That's about it.
We do protect holes.
Yep. That's what I hear.
Now, did they let you in there, or did they say, "Hey, don't go in that hole. That's ours"?
There isn't like any obvious sign or anything. There's just a tunnel and goes underground.
Hold on. Hey, yeah, we got suspect 5396 at hole 43432. Did you give him the okay? No. Yeah, just stay right where you are. Now, if you see lights coming towards you, just stay right where you are. Okay, we're coming to get you.
Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna take me to the rat lair?
We're just hold on one second. Yeah, he's wondering if we're gonna take him to the seat. No. Okay. Yeah. No. But stay exactly where you are. All right, I'm gonna get him the thing. Okay. Yeah. We're coming for you. You don't just go down into any Sedona, Arizona holes without a ticket.
And this one's called Gots to Be Called. The Mr. Rat Fondled Blues Ball. Fondled Balls Blues. Mr. Rat was fondling balls. I will tell them all. I said that Mr. Rat fondled ball, and I will tell them all. Whoa. Mr. Rat was fondling balls. No one can save you from this voicemail, sir. I tell him all.
That's not true. Check this out. I saved myself from that voicemail. But I gotta hear how it ends.
I saw Nick the Rat in the bathroom fondling balls.
All right. Okay. Look. No, we're not gonna spread those vicious rumors. I tickled them. Okay. There was no fondling going on. You're just jealous because I flicked yours. And I didn't tickle him. You would have enjoyed that, caller. But no, you had to be a prick. Who plays a harmonica in the bathroom? I was trying to take a shit. Gee, okay, look. We're going to take another quick musical break. We're going to come back. We're going to thank some people. Then after that, we're going to jump into the open hole. We're going to have some more calls. We got some more stories to talk about. We have a lot of fun things coming up. So stick around. Pretend like you're covered in something sticky and maybe you're in the bathroom stall with me. This is a NCMFYT with C152.
That hot steam directly in my skull cave.
And in the morning to Nick the Rat.
Hey everybody, let's thank some people right now. We got P.O. Box, Nick the Rat Radio, P.O. Box 90549. You could send something there. I got one of these little letters here. Let's open it up, see what's inside. Account Candy Coin and Bitcoin. Sir McCrotch, PhD. Chargebacks closed this account. 96 cents. Thank you. You can also donate by going to nicktherat.com, nicktheratradio.com, clicking on the donate button. There's a PayPal link. You go to the PayPal, you click on give money, you click money, you send money, and I get money. I read initials, amounts, and any notes. Let's see if there's any donations this week. Last week there was like 50 of them. It took just forever just reading them. Looks like we had a new person here, DM. With 433. That sounds like code. That's not usually usually it's like a 420. This DM is given another 13 cents. Now if I had 13 cents on 420, that's a Fibonacci. This guy, this person's doing code. It's a coded message here. It's probably a spook. Maybe I'll cancel that. You know, you want to cancel anybody sending you money. I want to send back that money because I think that 433, I might just launch some nukes in South Korea or something. That's, yep, I think that's it. South Korea's gone. Maybe I shouldn't do any more of these donations. You can also donate by going to twitch.tv and clicking something. I don't know what you would actually click there, but you go to nicktherat.whatever somethings, and then you do the something or others, and you could send stuff there. All cool stuff, right? Very cool. Very cool. 917-71... I can't... I was on No Authority Social, and somebody was talking about Hot Frosty on Netflix, and then I watched it. People saying stuff will just make you watch stuff. It's really, really annoying. I don't understand it any. So why did I say that? Don't watch Hot Frosty unless you want to. It was really good.
Good people. And I have to tell them all, whoa. I caught Nick the Rat with his hand on some ball.
Whoa, okay, look, no. Let's listen to a different voicemail.
Hey, Nick the Rat, we're underneath the tunnel list. Reject Team Rocket. Sitting here, speaking to you, live from Arizona. Always look up the Team Rocket page. On YouTube. Reject Team Rocket.
All right, yeah, guys, they're still down there. Yeah, they're calling themselves the Reject Team Rocket. Just make sure you grab them out by their ankles, okay? They might be a rabbit. All right, cool. Hi everybody. We're gonna take a really important break to celebrate some stuff or things. Like we gotta sell stuff. It's the holidays, right? That's what the holidays is all about. It's about making that money and selling that garbage. So we have some advertisements we gotta play to make the real money. You know, donations are nice and all, but the real money is in sucking giant corporate cock. And no cock could be fondled more than a giant corporate one, especially when it's in the sewer. So let's take a quick break, listen to some advertisements, go out there and buy some stuff from people you don't really like for the holidays, and tell them Nick sent you. So, we'll be right back.
Have you ever woken up and discovered your dog is now a cat? Has your loved ones ever started calling you by other names?
Josh, is that you?
Who's Josh? Sudden increase or decrease in pay at work? Or have you ever lost an item that, heck, you were sure you put under the mattress, but now
and the dildos
nothing?
and shit? I have so many dildos.
You might have experienced universe-shattering dimensional shifts. All the scientists that we paid agree completely. It's happening. It can happen to you too. Oh, no. But fear no longer. We had our own scientists study this horrible phenomenon, and they learned something. Vibrations and frequencies seem to be the key. Internal vibrations can sometimes slow down or speed up naturally. These vibrations stop matching up with their outside counterparts, becoming unnatural in their new environments. How can we stop this? Create a way to anchor you in your current reality. Using what? Universe sounding Benoit balls. Turn on, insert, and tune the device using our custom spaced-aged app. And never fear de-syncing from this reality ever again. Universe sounding Benoit balls. Buy them now from the Dark Sewer Network for only $69.99. Warning, universe-sounding Benoit balls have caused headaches, explosions, anal leakage, pregnancy, spiritual revelations, and death. Please use responsibly.
You heard of sarcophagus soda? It gave people salmonella, cancer, irritable bowel syndrome, anxiety, sweaty palms, a curse on their family, and a plague on their city. Give up that shit and get down with the real sickness. Sewer pipe pop, the best cola in any urban environment. The sweetest, the freshest, the tastiest sewer sludge you could cram into a can. This can will give you hair on your chest, bigger biceps, a super libido. Yeah, you heard me. This stuff's gonna get you off. Sewer pipe pop is the best soda in the market. So put down the sarcophagus shit and pick up a can of sewer pipe pop. Isn't it a little weird that this is like an urban thing and we're calling it pop and not soda? It's not even cola. It's not sewer can cola. It should be dark sewer soda. That's what we're going to call it. Yeah, we're going to call it dark sewer soda. Get yours today for only $69.99 on the Dark Sewer Network.
Whap, whap. That was a awkward end of the song right there. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio, where we are radio and I am Nick. We are talking about IVF, apparently, in the chat room here. IVF is in vitro fertilization. I was wondering why there were people that were against it. And can't they just throw out like one egg that's fertilized in there and hope that it sticks? I know that's probably not very cost effective, and maybe that's why they sprinkle a whole bunch of fertilized eggs in there. These scientists have gone too far. They're using turkey basters and they're doing all this crazy stuff. But I understand that once the sperm hits the egg, that maybe it's a soul, maybe that's a life, and I don't want to sound ageist. Also, I don't want to offend people. This is just my own personal opinion, and you could have whatever opinion you want on the subject, but yeah, I think if there's people out there that like, hey, there's war and stuff, right? And they send like kids off to war. So if they're able to send kids off to war, or full contact sports, if full contact sports is okay, just dropping a couple eggs isn't that's serious. We're letting people let their kids ram headfirst into other kids' heads. We're not billy goats. I don't think humans are billy goats. And killing brain damage is it's a whole big thing, but I didn't know why they were against it, IVF, and now I know it's because they throw a whole bunch of fertilized eggs in there and hope that one sticks. I don't know, can they do just one at a time? I know that's probably a lot more money and something. It's a touchy subject, I guess, Some people want to protect everybody while they let other people hurt themselves. What? There's also homeless people and drug addicts and people in jail. Don't those people need saving as well? There's a lot of people that need saving. All right, and I'm gonna stop talking about this now because I probably already lost half of the audience, and the other half left also. So there's still a lot of people here. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I believe there's souls and stuff, but I also believe in pain, and I know pain is less with. Okay, let's talk about. We got a lot to talk about here. Hold on, let me bring up my notes. One second. What happened? What happened this week? Oh, let's talk about the CEO. The CEO is dead now, and now in New York City there was a hitman lookalike contest. It would have been more funny after we knew it was Luigi. The people are really happy about this thing, and the CEOs are now taking their pictures off of the website, which is causing definitely a Streisand effect. Once again, New York it's a fucked up place, but it's kind of funny. The people are putting up wanted posters for CEOs now. They're putting like their face, like, oh, here's CEO Joe and blah blah blah, wanted for X, Y, and Z. So this mind virus is kind of catching on over here. It's It's kind of wild. Will it change anything? I think it's just going to cause more issues. I don't see anything getting better from this. Like a scared CEO is just going to need more money, more of your money to protect themselves. So instead of the rich CEO that robbed you and told you he can't help you, he's going to have to rob you more and tell you he's going to have to help you less because he needs or she needs or they or whatever. They're going to need more protection now. And it's a wild situation. It's a wild story. Also, since this story came out, you see a lot of people that were like, even I'm a little guilty of this. Was when I first saw what happened, I was like, this guy's he's not covering his face, and you can see his hands. I obviously know that they're a white person now, probably a male. I was like, okay, so they're not really covering their tracks. But then everybody's like coming up with ways of what he should have done. Like, oh, why did he throw his backpack? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? If he did this, he could have got away. Everybody's making up a way of doing this now. It's very odd. It's a very odd time in the culture where we're all kind of figuring out ways that the killer could have done it and stayed free. And then we get angry that like, oh man, why did he do this? He should have done that. And if he did this, he would still not be caught. And it's a very it's dark. And when you look at it, it's kind of humorous. It's like dark humor. That's why I'm kind of interested in it. Because seriously, he could have got away very. Oh, happy fucking next day in the sewer. Happy in the sewer time, everybody. His thing. What? His account is back. No way. He's back on Twitter because they linked him on Twitter and then they took his Twitter account down. Is it back up? It's back up. What? Wow. They're really giving him a lot of airtime too. We know everything about him now. We know what his roommates thought of his sex life. Because I don't understand really what happened. I think he got in like a surfboard accident and fucked his back up, and then he's rich and he doesn't really need. I don't know. I don't know. His account did go down for a while. Because I saw when it opened up, I was like, there was like very few followers there, and I was like, I'll follow, just see what the fuck's going on. And then the next day it was gone, and now it's back. Very, very strange thing. Also, there's
Super wild.
It's uber wild.
No, it's super wild that people are wilding out in the street murdering.
Yeah, but I think it's even more wild that he's being held up as like a hero. I kind of understand it. It's kind of like Robin, but like it's like Robin Hood. Robin Hood was really cool. He was a cool fox guy, but he didn't like. Did he kill the king in the end of the story? I forget.
I don't know who he was killing, but I'm sure Robin Hood was killing. But Robin Hood at least had some deliverables. All this guy delivered was, blood. And I don't even, maybe that's him, the guy they have in PA. I don't know, gray coat, black coat, gray bag, black bag. Luigi, I'm a dummy, but I'm with the pen. What? Come on.
I've been played with too much. Everything's a psyop.
What would the psyop even accomplish? Like, if it was a psyop, it's usually to punch down, not to punch up.
We're not talking about the drones everywhere. If they're actually drones.
Oh, that's coming up in the next segment. I got a lot about those drones because.
Yeah, everybody does. Like, I think that guy got dropped off by one.
You think Luigi came out of a drone?
Possibly.
Maybe.
He could. Yeah. He definitely. Luigi's hanging out with mushrooms, right?
Could be. It looks like Robin Hood did kill people. Most notably in the stories, he became an outlaw by killing a king's deer or a forest ranger who threatens him. So he killed a forest ranger. What a piece of shit that Robin Hood. And sexy Robin Hood.
He is. Men in Tights was one of the best movies of all time.
I should watch that again. I haven't seen that in a long time. Mel Brooks is still alive. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
God is good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. What a mensch he is still.
Very much. Here, listen to this. This. I got some recordings of the people that set up Luigi here.
Luigi, you're telling me you act the CEO of United? We said whack CEO United, the head of the fucking Japanese mafia. What the fuck have you done, Luigi? Just fucking Christ.
Do you realize what you've done, Luigi? Wait, why is there so much wind? Are you calling me on a city bike right now?
Bro, what the fuck are you giggling about?
You said a cute hostel worker complimented his smile?
Luigi, I swear to God, if you took off your fucking mask, your nephew's a goddamn idiot.
And apparently a icon. Not a bad day for the Mangione.
He says he escaped to the woods.
Oh, thank God, huh?
Wait, why do I hear a horse and carriage? He's in fucking Central Park.
Luigi, come on! All right, just relax. We left you an escape plan in your backpack. You ditched that in Central Park.
You thought they were gonna identify you by your backpack, but not when you gave your name to the barista?
Luigi, come on, man!
I mean, look at this. My nephew looks just like me. I'm gonna get laid from this.
Don't flatter yourself. As long as he stays put in the safe house, he'll be all right.
Bad news, he got caught.
No!
Good news, the McRib is back.
Hey, the McRib is back. Hey, there you go. I don't know if the McRib is back. Why does he eat McDonald's anyway? He was a McDonald's fucking nut. It's such a weird thing. And he's Italian, and people make fun of Italian still. Maybe this is maybe something with that. Let's hear what Bill Burr had. Bill Burr had to say. Bill Burr said something too. Let's see what he said.
You know what's annoying me about this kid who killed this CEO is none of these news programs are talking about the incredible lack of empathy from the general public about this because of how these insurance companies treat people when they're at their most vulnerable, after we've all given them our money every fucking month and now we finally need you and all you do is deny us. And then these pussies and all of these things are taking the pictures of their CEOs off their websites. You know, I got to be honest with you, okay? I love that fucking CEOs are fucking afraid right now. You should be. By and large, you're all a bunch of selfish, greedy fucking pieces of shit. And a lot of you are mass murderers. You just don't pull the trigger. That's why it looks clean. That's why these people look, oh my God, oh, he was just, walking into a hotel. It's like, okay, but what was his job? What did he do? What was the results of it?
His job was to make money for the account holders or whatever they're called. But that's everything is fucking evil. Sure he was, but there's other people that are doing it too, and it's all the stockholders and stuff. Everybody's making money off of each other's backs. Everybody's shitting on each other. Even he was a slave to somebody else. I'm sure he paid a lot of taxes. Sure, he had a small, modest house. And, if it wasn't for, he spends that money and then he gives it to other people. He probably has a Tesla, so he probably spent money and gave it to Elon Musk, who gets all those government kickbacks for making the rockets that that put the satellites. It's like the guards. We're paying to be enslaved. We like it. It's definitely like the Matrix. The Matrix was like, yeah, these little people, they need to be slaves, because if they're not, they can't really exist. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But it's pretty shitty. Everything is pretty shitty. And this guy's gonna go to. Who knows what's going to happen to him? I don't think there's no death penalties in New York, I guess.
So you're relatively sure it's Luigi?
Am I sure it's Luigi?
Yeah, relatively. Like you're like, it's Luigi.
I would say it's probably was. He was caught with a gun and a note. And if he was set up, I'm sure he would have been screaming, "It wasn't me! It wasn't me!" He might have been because of drugs. He was probably taking a lot of.
You think it could be an MK Ultra thing, where this kid's just been brainwashed to a point where they pushed it. You know what I mean?
It could. They might have got to him through like algorithms and shit. Because once
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
But what would they have gotten out of him killing the CEO? Like, why make him a killer? Why activate him like that?
I think they're trying to activate all of us all the time.
They want us to kill each other? Thin out the herd?
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know.
Why not?
Possibly. Well, yeah. You said that they're just doing this to cover up the drones, which is a pretty big thing. Might be being attacked by another country, right? There was one really, really funny thing though that happened from all this, and I hate to laugh at a murder and this kid ruined his life and all that stuff, but when he was getting arrested, there was somebody that said this. Here, listen. I don't know if you could hear it, but let's take a listen.
Hey!
What's happening, Luigi? What's going on, Luigi?
Luigi, it's me.
Somebody said, "Luigi, it's me, Mario," while this guy was being arrested. Nothing is sacred anymore. We're just having a good time. Just having a good time, I guess. All right, let's take a quick musical break. We'll come back and then we'll talk about those drones. All right, we got Patrick McCarty with Barkhole No 6.
And in the morning to Nick the Rat.
Welcome back. Hope everybody is having a decent holiday season. Because we got a problem going on. Whoa. Hello?
Yes. Sorry to distract you. Me and Fergus are having a conversation.
Okay, well, I'll get, you guys get back to the conversation then. Maybe I'll back out of there. Let's there is drones. Drones everywhere over the neighborhood. Literally over my neighborhood. There was a news thing that there was like, oh, there's a drone over Brooklyn. It was over Jersey. It was a Jersey the other day. Like last week, there was like, oh, giant drones over New Jersey. Giant car-sized drones over New Jersey. Now they're right over, actually, the sewer studio. This took place pretty much right outside of my studio in the sewers. Here, listen to this.
Well, that's right. The woman who took those cell phone videos lives here along 3rd Avenue in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And she says she saw what she believed to be those drones over by the Verrazano Bridge.
Yeah,
she posted those videos online, and now it's gotten the attention of Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis, who represents this area. And she is among those demanding answers as to what is going on. Diane Atkins says she first heard a roaring noise and then looked out her window in Bay Ridge to see these lights, several in the sky near the Verrazano Bridge. She believes they are all drones.
They started to change from like white lights. They started to get like more like reddish green blinking lights. There had to be in total 10, maybe 12 of these things, and some of them came closer. They went over my building.
I personally have not seen the giant drones yet, but I'll be looking more. Tonight it was raining a lot the past couple days, or just the past day. It was a lot of rain. It's like a storm. I woke up to a storm at like 6 o'clock this morning. You know what fucking sucks? I really want to snow. It was freezing cold last week, and there was no precipitation. And then they're like, hey, we got some precipitation this week, but it's going to be like 60 degrees out. You know, I just want snow. God damn it. I want to make some snow bitches and be a snow pimp. Damn it. Anyway, let's listen to more of this stunning and brave news article, whatever, report.
You could hear the whir of the motor. They seemed pretty large.
Any chance they could be planes?
Absolutely not. Definitely not planes. And there were too many of them. There's no way planes could fly that close together.
Atkins shared her video on X, and Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis reposted, demanding answers from the NYPD, FBI, and Department of Homeland Security. Over the weekend, drones were also spotted over Staten Island, and we've been telling you about numerous sightings over New Jersey, especially in Morris County. On Monday, Pix 11 News asked Governor Phil Murphy for answers about the drones.
We don't see any concern for public safety.
There's giant car-sized drones flying all over. I think maybe there's a flying car coming out soon. Who knows?
That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing.
Last week, the FBI's Newark field office issued this statement to Pix 11 News. We understand the concern, and we are doing all we can to figure out what's going on.
What are you doing? How about you give us some information, FBI? We're doing everything we could do. That's like such a bullshit non-answer.
We truly don't have much information to provide at the moment.
I was on with the White House and Homeland Security leadership literally at the very top yesterday for pretty much all day. I'm hoping we'll get answers sooner than later. I would just ask folks to continue to let the FBI or their local law enforcement know when they see something.
What's going on in America? Why doesn't our government tell us what's going on in these skies? Is this the military doing active military things? Then let us know.
Active military.
And the FBI says you can report those drone sightings by calling the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI or on their TIPS website, which is tips.fbi.gov. We are live here in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Eileen LaPalmer, Pix 11 News. Back.
All right, there you go. That's one. I got a little package to play tonight for you guys. A little news package. So that was that's just to let you know what's going on here. There's nobody knows what the fuck's happening. Oh, excuse me. But let's go a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper with a drone expert, you could say. I think this is the let's listen to what a drone expert has to say about this. This gives you a little bit deeper insight.
Drones should be red and green. That means they are connected to the controller.
You got that? Red and green. Those are the lights that you know that it's connected to the controller. They don't make drones any other way. Only red and green. That's how you know that you're connected to the controller. Now, it does get better. Trust me.
Like everyone else in New Jersey, drone pilot Mike Anella is trying to decipher the recent mysterious sightings.
This, solid green. That's highly unusual.
He's been using commercial drones from his own business, New Jersey Drone Shots, to take video of the unidentified craft. Some turn out to be just regular planes flying into Newark.
We could tell by the tail and the logo it was a United Airlines flight.
But others he can't explain and says they're not ordinary drones.
I wouldn't even think how to transport them. They're huge. They're the size of cars. The light pattern.
There's also something he's going to say. That's the thing that really gets to me is the amount of time that these things are spotted flying. It's
is very unusual. And the way that they're flying so low is not understanding.
He also doesn't understand how they managed to stay airborne for so long, especially now.
It takes a lot of more power to operate a drone in the cold. I can get about 45 minutes in the air just hovering with my drone. These drones are up in the air for more than 2 hours.
Perhaps the most puzzling part is why we still don't have answers.
And they're the size of a car.
Anella says the skies are closely regulated, and flying over a sensitive space like Picatinny Arsenal would attract attention fast.
If I took one of my drones over one of those areas, I would have law enforcement on me in probably 10 seconds.
Until we know what's going on, he's cautious about where he flies and hopes it doesn't impact his business.
We want answers. Because effectively, I want to make sure I could feel safe to fly.
He wants to feel safe to fly, because if his drone hits another drone, You got to keep your drone on a leash, baby. You got to keep your drone on a leash. All right, now you know what's going on. Now you know a little bit more about what's going on. And then we have the answer. Hold on, I'm loading the clip. I should have had this ready.
I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us.
See, this is what I don't like about this report, though. This is some guy. Who's this guy over here? Representative Jeff Van Dyke. No, it was Jeff Van Drew. Van Drew. What a name. He's a Republican, fucking who knows where. First he's like, this is what they are. And then he's like, well, they could have been X, Y, and Z. But like, he doesn't really sound too sure of himself after he sounded like he was just really, really sure of himself.
There was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyist or hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
There you go. It's Iran. There's an Iranian mothership flying off the coast. Did anybody see this thing? Drop clippity clops. Oh shit. Yeah, this is a little worrying because nobody's saying anything. This is like remember the Chinese balloon? They actually shot that down. Then they had to go pick it up and find it out. But they're not. They're like saying, oh, there's an Iranian mothership sending drones over here. We don't know what they are because the airspace guys. They don't fuck around. If you're flying a drone in a place that you shouldn't be flying a drone, you're gonna get caught. But they're like, oh, we can't catch this. Whoops. Hey, shit happens. What are they doing? Is anybody like doing anything about this? Tracking them? I'm sure the FAA has data on this. I'm sure there's maps. It's probably Google Maps shit. It's kind of frustrating how much they're keeping us in the dark about this. It's also very scary. This could be a preemptive thing. Like maybe they're just getting some data to find out something. Yeah, they just go to fucking Google Maps and see whatever they got to see anyway. Yeah. So that's something to think about. Joe Biden will be the president for the rest of our lives. Oh, God. Let's listen to Mill Burry with Tuna Toast talking about fucking Biden.
You guys like tuna toast? You like tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? You guys like tuna toast? You like tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? You guys like tuna toast? You like tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? You guys like tuna toast? You like tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? You guys like tuna toast? You have a tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? So you get, and then you get tuna sandwich. So you get, and then you get tuna sandwich. So you get, and then you get tuna sandwich. So you get, and then you get tuna sandwich. You guys like tuna toast? You have a tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? You guys like tuna toast? You have a tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? You guys like tuna toast? You have a tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? You guys like tuna toast? You have a tuna? You've never had tuna toast? Really? So you get, and then you get mayo in it. So you get, and then you get mayo in it. So you get, and then you get mayo in it.
Really dug that tuna toast song by Milbury. I like the, especially at the part with the mayo. I was digging that. You get a tuna sandwich. Some good stuff there. Some of that good stuff. Where are we in the show right now? We are over here. We talked about this. We talked about that. Did he apparently might have been hanging a woman off of a 16th floor balcony? Was it John Carter? Was that guy's name? John Carter? Sean Carter? John, that rapper guy. That's with Beyonce. He might have raped some kid. There's a whole bunch of weird. It's definitely the saison of Revelios is coming out. It's John Carter from Mars. It's crazy. All right. I don't like talking about politics, but we did talk about Biden and and then he's doing those preemptive what do they call it? Pardons? That's like me saying, hey man, sorry if I'm gonna fart and I'm gonna preemptively pardon myself from my fart. So he's been handing these out, well, just to his kids so far, but he might be giving them out to more people as he and we here's a view warning. I'm sure they'll play this one on No Agenda tomorrow. So you're getting like a little early preview, I'm sure. Maybe not. They love playing The View. But listen to this. This is crazy.
Mr. President, Donald Trump will be returning to the White House, unburdened by the pressure of re-election, with sweeping immunity granted to him, I believe, by the Supreme Court, and an alleged enemies list we're hearing. Do you think it would be wise of President Biden to preemptively pardon any potential targets? What about your wife, Hillary Clinton? She apparently is on Kash Patel's list.
For what?
Yeah.
For what? For what? Let's go to ChatGPT and see if ChatGPT knows for what. Kash Patel, why he no like Hillary Clinton? Kash Patel. Kash Patel, a former blah, 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 has been outspoken in his criticism of Hillary Clinton participating in the context of allegations surrounding the origins of his Russia ties, blah, blah, blah. Just because Clinton did that doesn't mean that he could lock her up for anything. Either way, let's listen to what Bill Clinton has to say about this. Because if say I was married to Hillary Clinton, it's too low. I'll try to get it a little bit higher. It's I didn't normalize any of this because there was too many things and I didn't clip it properly. Hold on, I'll be right back. Ow. Yeah, so if I was on The View and they were like, hey, your wife, should she get a pre-pardon? If you know, if I was a good husband and I loved my wife, I'd probably say, why does she need a pardon for? She didn't do anything. Let's hear what Bill Clinton says.
Well, they got a problem with her because first, she didn't do anything wrong.
Of course.
Second, she followed the rules exactly as they were written.
Mm-hmm.
Third, Trump's State Department found, you remember how the emails were such a big issue in 2016? Yeah. Trump's State Department found that Hillary sent and received exactly 0 classified emails on her personal device. It was a made-up, phony story.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess if Cash Patel is determined to make one up, he could do it. But I think if President Biden wanted to talk to me about that, I would talk to him about it. But I don't think I should be giving public advice on the pardon power. I think it's a very personal thing. But it is, I hope he won't do that.
Yeah.
Trump, you know, most of us get out of this world ahead of where we'd get if all we got was simple justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's normally a fool's errand to spend a lot of time trying to get even.
Yeah, agreed.
But if he pardons them, that sort of implies that they did something wrong, which they didn't.
Well, I have
Mr. President.
Oh, Joy Behar. That was Bill Clinton talking. Number one, she didn't do anything. Number two, see, you just had to stop there. You just had to say she didn't do anything. She should be like, what are you crazy ladies talking about? Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what you're going to do with The View, but The View it's something. The View is something. It is definitely something. 917-795-923.
Rebel.
917-795-923.
Rebel.
Ha! I said, oh, domino. Hey, Mr. DJ, I just want to hear some rhythm and blues music on the radio. On Nick the Rat, Dr. Sir. Ooh. Don't play this fucking voicemail, sir.
Whoops.
Prepare for tunnel and make it double. To prevent the world from devastation. To knit all people in the sewer. To be one right among the streets. To extend our reaches from the tunnel below. Jesse. Jay. And meow. That's right.
Blasting off again. Yeah. Hold on one second. I gotta do that. Yeah. All right. Let's listen to a little Carl Jung and clear our mind out of everything that has happened tonight so far.
What would be an example or a difference between an intuitive extrovert and an intuitive introvert? Well, you know,
you have chosen a somewhat difficult case, because one of the most difficult types is the intuitive introvert.
Yeah.
The intuitive extrovert, you find them all hunters, bankers,
Yeah.
That is quite understandable. But the introvert is more difficult because he has intuitions as to the subjective factor, namely the inner world. And of course that is now very difficult to understand, because what he sees are most uncommon things, and he doesn't like to talk of them.
Yeah.
If he's not a fool, because he would spoil his whole game by telling what he sees, because people won't understand it.
I didn't understand what you said either, sir. What I do know is Christmas is coming, and feels good. It feels. I think this is gonna be a very special Christmas because Hanukkah's on Christmas. Never seen that happen before. It's very, very strange. It's always before, like a week or two before Christmas, isn't it? Now they're making it land directly on there. Very strange stuff. Hanukkah's a weird holiday. It's very, if you try to look into the story of Hanukkah, it's like there was these soldiers and they were in a hut and they had some oil. I don't get it. I don't know. If you know the story of Hanukkah, if you're a religious expert, if you're like what are they called, rabbis? If you're like Roger Rabbit, that'd be actually a fun like a Jewish cartoon rabbit called Roger Rabbit, Roger Rabbi, or something. Rabies, Roger Rabby, the rabbit have rabies. Yeah, but yeah, Christmas is a good time. It's not about the things; it's about the people. It's try to have some good times with people you like. It sucks going places. If you have to go far to see somebody, it sucks. But we all got to make the best of what we have now, and the best there is not houses or food or boats. Really want a boat. It's the people you're with. You gotta be there with the people you're with, and just kind of understand them, and try to let them know that you understand them, even if you don't. Just kind of pretend you do. You fake your understanding. Because people are, we're simple creatures, and we're pretty dumb, and it's easy to make a person happy. You don't have to be. Don't be. You could be an asshole easily to people, but if you pretend like you care, and you try to care, it means a lot to somebody. But if you wait to help somebody until after they're dead, then you're just gonna have regrets and stuff, and you don't want those rats. You want to be you want to have as minimum in the regret department as possible while you still can. I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's take a quick musical break, and then we'll come back and we'll close the show out. But first, let's listen to Canar DC Ethereal Roots. this thing on? Hello. I didn't hang up on you. The sewer chat was open and you were feeding back, and then I hung up on you. I'm still sitting in the open hole, but it's closed because the show is going to be over soon. It's almost midnight in the next sewer. That's when I gotta go to my coffin and do whatever. Let's we gotta talk about something though. And I had something I wanted to talk about, and I forgot all about it. The heck did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I could talk about some video games. Been playing Path of Exile 2, a little video game update. I know everybody likes those. I do. It's been fun so far. It's given me that nice action RPG feel. It's I like the music. It's very very gothic-y. I'm playing a witch. So I'm making skeletons to kill people. It's been pretty fun so far. I'm enjoying it. The Hunt game is coming out with some new stuff tomorrow, I think, actually, or a couple hours. Maybe it's even out now. Post Malone is a Hunt fan, and he is now adding his stuff into the Hunt game. And then one final other fun news about video games is these AI upscalers. They're making developers lazy. It's starting to destroy gaming itself. There's a really fucked up thing going on with these AI upscalers. I think it's like TSAA settings they're called. They kind of add frames in between frames. So that lets developers make games run shitty at like 60 frames per second. And they'll run real shitty, and then you get then you turn on this little AI image upscaler, and it adds in all those extra frames, and it does make the game look better, but it also makes it look worse too. It adds in like ghosting effects and all these other issues that you could get, but it's really not good. Like you could see when you got that setting turned on. Well, one, you're gonna get a lot more frames, which is always nice. You want frames, but you don't want all the artifacts of shitty graphic magic. It's I've been noticing it happening a lot more in a lot of games. Yeah, it's letting developers become too lazy. It's a fucked up situation. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be playing some video games as soon as I'm done with the show right now, because it's the holiday season. I gotta enjoy myself, right, or something. I don't. But yeah, I really can't wait for video games to be like really AI. There's these AI videos. They call like Panavision 60s versions of different types of games. Like they did one for Quake and for Doom, and boy oh boy, if they actually had video games that had graphics like what they show in these videos, they would be amazing games. And I'm sure they could probably combine some physics with some of these AI engines and keep the illusion alive, and it's going to be bonkers. Bonkers is the only way I could say it. Is it Panavision? What is Panavision? Let me see if that's what it is. Yeah, it was Panavision, not Pano. It's Pana. It's like a 1954's lens thing, and when you put Panavision into AI, it makes things look really cool. Let me see if I can just find something I could post here. Panavision AI. It looks like somebody did an article about it. The massive YouTube AI trend for 1950s Super Panavision 70s is amazing. Yeah, it does look pretty damn good. They got the Fifth Element in 1950s Super Panavision. Let's see what that looks like.
In a breathtaking future, where the universe sparkles with countless secrets and wonders, a dire threat emerges that could unravel the very fabric of existence. An ancient malevolence, long believed to be vanquished, stirs from its slumber.
Yeah, the Panavision, the mix of like 70s with AI is really cool. Because you get this, it's kind of like a cartoon version of the 70s. And it looks really, it takes that hyper-realistic look, and when you throw it in the 70s, it's just like dreamy and surreal. It's a very bizarre mix, and it works really well. Like the 70s style mixed with AI hyperrealism is like, it's kind of like, because in the 70s there wasn't really any like special effects, and everything was like a raw cut of film. I'm kind of just pulling this out of my ass. I don't know too much about it, but when I think about like 70s movies, it's just like, oh, look at that guy, he's wearing a potato sack and he's pretending to be a spaceman. But it just looks really, really good. If you're ever bored, look for Panavision AI videos on your favorite tube site, and let me know what you think about it. I think it's cool. But if you really want to see something dope, look for the Panavision version of like Quake or Doom. That shit is really cool. I really want to watch it, but this is a podcast, not a video podcast. Well, it is a video pod. You know what? I'm going to get on out of here now. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. Oh yeah, I'm going to be at PAX Boston in May. I'm going to be there for 4 days. I'm going to probably get there Wednesday, be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and leave on Sunday. I think it's like May 10th this year. They used to do it in March. But yeah, so this May, if you're in Boston, or if you're going to PAX, let's hang out. Let's go all funky and play some games and stuff. Yeah, I think that's the end of the show. Stay cool to each other. Stay cool to yourself. Don't worry too much about stuff. But you have to worry a little bit. Otherwise, it's all going to pass you by, I guess. All right. Payne, you in Boston? Let's go hang out. Let's go get some Boston. Let's get some was it Sam Adams? Have it in the Harvard Yard. Yeah, so that's in May. It's a while from now, but I got the tickets already. Yeah. And I can't wait for Christmas. I want some toys and shit. All right, let's get out of here. We'll be back next week. Let's get in the Christmas mood with RM Zero and my favorite Christmas song, Carol of the Bells. We'll be back next week.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, ringing the cheer, too young and old, we come and play. Dong, ding, dong. Ding dong, ding dong, that is their song, which joy will ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of the cheer from everywhere, filling the air. The holly pine raising the sound, oh, and the dance, telling the tune, gayly ring along, people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. On they sent on without end, their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Ding dong, that is their songs with joyful ring, all caroling.
Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope. Show me the way.
Stop killing animals! Rats have rights! Fly on veggies! Rats have rights!
What's happening, Luigi? What's going on, Luigi? Luigi, it's me, Mario.